right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and I want to welcome you to me not knowing how to use Cosme. All right. Here's the story. I've been wanting for a while now to do a watch party because, those of you who have been watching my channel for any length of time, I'm a big movie nut. Uh, Maybe not necessarily of what's been released in theaters of late, but maybe something a little bit more, a little bit back in the past. And now I've been in a number of watch parties, either on a panel or watching from Cosme. So I wanted to give that a try on my own. Thing is I don't necessarily know how to do that, to be honest. So in the grand tradition of making your problem someone else's problem, I have brought on Tropicelli.
That is so funny. It isn't my problem, it's his problem. I like to be a little more positive about it and cite the good book. Many advisors make victory assured. So it's always good to seek out some advice when you need it. Although when I'm the subject matter expert, oh, heaven help you. But I'll do the best I can.
Okay, and since we do have a friend of the channel, Jessica Gajardo, in the chat, go ahead, Jesse, hit the Cosme link I have pinned to the top of the page. I don't know if we're going to watch an entire movie today. I had kind of planned to, but this is going to be kind of a tutorial, and we're going to, since it is my first time doing this, we're kind of going to work the kinks out. Now, when you do go over to Cosme, this is the screen you should be seeing. So if you see this, if you go to Cosme, you see this screen, you're in the right place. You see Troy's avatar there, and my older one, because I do still use it from time to time. So
I do like the way it puts our avatars on a couch, like we're sitting watching the couch, even though the couch is facing away from the movie screen.
It is. All right. So tutorial time. Troy, hit it.
Okay. Yeah, so here's where the magic happens, right? And I'm going to have to explain a little bit of what I went through, where I ran into some difficulties, because I think you might see some of the same problems. Mm-hmm. So if you were to click on load a video, okay, you're given a couple of options. And you're given an option to share your screen, which is especially great if you have multiple screens like I do. You can share a file, or I'm drawing a blank on the other, but here's where it comes into a problem. When you're working off of one device and streaming separately, you need to also share your audio so that you can hear, the viewers can hear the movie, right? Well, the problem is when it shares that audio, it shares all the audio. So you will be hearing everything that I say, everything that Deleted Scene says. You'll hear the movie. You will hear all the alerts that he gets when he gets a Twitter message or a Facebook message or whatever. All of that other stuff too. And what's even worse is if you're also watching on YouTube or whatever, now you're getting it twice. But all of that can be overcome with one exception. The audio for the movie will also go out over YouTube, which is absolutely not what you want, for YouTube reasons. So the reason that I do what I do, and literally I ended up buying extra computers and all kinds of stuff just to accommodate rewatches, was that I have one computer that I run Cosme on. I do it does it's not even hooked up to a microphone and camera. I just go into it, I start the movie, put it on Cosme and put it on pause, and then on my regular computer, I do my regular setup for YouTube and StreamYard and all that kind of stuff. And then when I hit play, I'm hitting play on my other computer and it's going out. And, you know, never the twain shall meet as far as audio goes. Honestly, I have not found a better setup than having two devices. There must be one. I'm sure someone who is better technologically inclined than I am would be able to come up with something. I have not yet.
Alrighty. Well, let's just kind of jump into this here. Obviously, I can't show the Cosme screen over YouTube, so I'll have to remove that. And let me see if I cannot pick something out here as a kind of a test subject. As we both furiously type away.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, see what I mean about audio coming through? I had my phone on just in case you called. Let me turn my phone off. My apologies.
No worries. No worries. Hold on.
Alrighty. There we go. Audio's off. Good.
Okay.
And let's see. Good afternoon. I'm still here. Good. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And here's the other thing, Stephen, if you want me to, I can boot up the other computer, run Cosme for you if you want me to host something for you. If it comes down to that option, I could do that for you.
Okay. Let me...
In which case, we would just switch the Cosme link at the top to my link.
Okay. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try for another try for another movie here.
And as I was kind of telling you back in the green room, that's also why even when I have my own DVD copy of something or whatever, I tend to rip it to my hard drive because this way it's one less thing to, possibly go wrong or deal with or whatever. And it also again, it gives me the opportunity to put it onto another system, and it's just a single file. You don't need it to be a completely ripped DVD with all the DVD files and all that kind of thing, too. So, yeah. Although, I'm still struggling with the subtitles element, but that's kind of fine-tuning. Right now, we're working in broad strokes.
Sorry for the dead air, folks. We are
Yeah.
working through this. Yes, I understand. Plush Time TV. Thank you. I do accept your apology, and you take care. All right. Moving on. I am seeing a spinning circle right now.
Seeing a spinning circle where?
Cosme.
If that's the case, then you probably need to just refresh the tab.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I am too. So I guess I would have to do the same. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm seeing the same thing. So that's not right.
All right.
Well, in the immortal words of Off-White, weird.
Yeah. Jeez. Nope. That's for a later show when we're going to get into that. Yes, and I do want to remind everyone. Unscripted will continue as normal, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. I'm going to be talking all things Disney and maybe a few other things along the way too. So
That's fair.
it's not going to be it's not going to be a total Duck Disney fest, but we will be hitting on it. And Unscripted is the lead in to Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomers channel, which Troy co-hosts.
Which
And,
unfortunately this week is going to involve probably half the stream of in remembrance of celebrities we've lost this week.
Yeah, it was indeed a rough week, especially in the world of wrestling, losing both Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk this week. And also Bob Barker, legendary host of The Price is Right, passed away, as well as Eileen Sorkin, the actress who was the original voice of Harley Quinn. So that was a big shock as well. And of course, we had a tragedy here on our own fellowship as we learned late last night that we lost Mikey Sutton from Geekosity.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I'm not seeing I'm not seeing anything in the media about it. It's all like fans and family on social media. But hey, honestly, that's becoming the way we get our news these days.
It is. And we got that. I personally got that news from someone that I trust implicitly would not BS around about something like that. So
yeah,
it's
no, it's all over, and he's had family members come on and thank people for their kind words and stuff like that.
So it was very much out of the blue. I was not in Mikey Sutton's inner circle, but I was on panels with him. I didn't hear anything about him being ill, so this comes as a complete another shock to me for sure. And hello to Deep Henzak. Welcome to the tutorial.
Hey, David.
I am trying to figure Cosme out with Troy's help. I don't know if we're going to be watching an entire movie today because we are in a bit of a time crunch, but because we both have live shows coming up, so we're going to work our way through this, and maybe we can all learn a little bit of something here. All right. Now, I did this last night where I was able to let me see what I can do here.
Yes, that is the guy at the end of the bar you hear, David.
And welcome to Anonymous Anteater backstage. Thank you. To whoever is the anteater, hello.
You know, it's funny because I don't know if everyone has this experience when they log into Cosme, but if you don't log in as yourself, which is what happens, I usually have two instances of Cosme open, the one where I'm hosting and the one where I'm viewing, and there'll be an anonymous something or other in there that could be me. I don't know. I'm not doing anything with the chat function in there. I kind of rely on other people that are also watching, and usually blue wrenching on Yahoo to keep up with the chat. Although I've noticed that when I'm watching the Cosme link up on my screen, it will bring up, as the anonymous anteater or whatever I might be on that night, it will flash the chat on the right. So that's how I'm able to read them off sometimes, during the commentary. If nothing else, you guys are getting a great little peek behind the curtain on the technical aspects of doing these kinds of streams.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot that goes into doing a live program like this, and I've noticed, especially after my admittedly poor to middling karaoke stream last night, there are technical things that will pop up, and they do pop up the most inopportune times. But it's just one of those things that you have to deal with. Like I did explain last night, and I'll go into it for anybody who was in the chat that wasn't there for the karaoke stream, that running a live YouTube show is very much akin to doing a live television show. It's why
Sure.
that's why you will hear me sometimes refer to YouTube as television.
Yeah.
Because, well, for one thing, for me, it is really the only watchable form of television remaining.
True.
Not only that, but there's a lot that goes into doing a live television broadcast, and it is very much the same on YouTube. The trouble is you don't have like a minute and a half scroll of credits at the end of the show, like you get at the end of a live broadcast on television. Usually it is like this. It will be a couple of people, and the more tech savvy people know what they're doing, and people who are like myself, who know absolutely shit about doing any of this sort of thing, we can be in the weeds unless we have somebody like Troy who can come on and has some idea of what we're going through.
And this is what I said: when I'm the subject matter expert, heaven help you. This is bottom of the barrel. I'm only a subject matter expert compared to you, just slightly.
I can sit down with Troy for hours and talk about Twin Peaks, and we've done it. And hopefully we'll do it again very, very soon. But that's something that I know how to talk about. If you want me to explain the ins and outs of something like Cosme to you. I can't do it. I know a little bit about a little bit. Like, for example, last night I was able to get a movie to actually start on Cosme. I just didn't know if I would be able to translate that into an actual broadcast. So that's what we're going to attempt to achieve momentarily. I may have to drop myself out for a moment, or at least mute myself. But I'm
Uh-huh.
going to see if I can't do what I did last night over again. Um,
And here's the other thing. Even your subject matter experts that have been doing this all a long time, they know these platforms and whatnot. They don't know your own personal computer setup, your own personal sound setup. It's all together different. And half the time when I'm doing stuff like sharing a video or doing a karaoke or something like that, I'm just winging it and, you know, playing around to see what works. In fact, the songs that I sing on Friday nights before at the beginning of my last call, I'm just playing a karaoke tracked over the air, and it's being picked up on my mic, and and I don't care if the sound for the music isn't great, because I figure it's less likely that the YouTube overlords are gonna come in and nail me for it. Let's face it, my singing is not going to be mistaken for anything like an original version of a song. Yes, I agree with you too on that, David. Add more Kraken, that'll make it better. At least it feels better for the person who's drinking the Kraken. It's like, oh, this is great. Everything's fine. Oh, but anyway. Oh, Stephen Ransom. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Good to see you. Hi, guys, and chat. As we pass into the questionable future, Twin Peaks continues to become more prophetic. Oh, yeah, yeah.
it is, and yeah, as I was saying, and hello to both Stephen Ransom and Age Boomer. Good to see you both here. Um, such a good turnout. I'm now afraid there might not be a show. Bear with us, folks. All right. Like I was bringing up earlier, where I had mentioned Twin Peaks before. That is something that Troy and I are definitely
Mm-hmm.
going to do kind of a deep dive back into, and we'll work the details out amongst ourselves, and then we'll let everybody know what we're going to do. But
Right.
in the meantime, now, like I was saying, now last night I was able to at least get a movie to come onto Cosme. At the moment,
That's not even working for you.
that's not even working for me. So I'm trying to figure out if I just missed a step here, or we will figure this out.
Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to. I had loaded up a movie for last night, and it just didn't work for me. So let me get rid of it so I can free up some hard drive space. Yeah, had some technical difficulties on the rewatch last night, and Big Al had to host it. So just so everyone knows, there's always what's Rosanna Dana say? It's always something.
Mhm.
Okay, I can get
All
rid of
right.
that.
Now I hold on.
And got that filled up. Ain't technology great, especially when it works? Yeah, when it works, it's pretty awesome. Chat persons can't stay for the watch party, but kisses and hugs to show some support for deleted scenes. That needs someone to back him up. Yeah. Thanks so much for that, Stephen Ransom. And again, what is it? Is it 7 Central, 8 Eastern? You got your unscripted coming up. You got
That's correct.
8 Central, 9 Eastern over on Age of Boomer for deleted scenes. On Age of Boomer for Geeky Geezers. Then back over here for the other side of midnight. I'll tell you what, I can't always stay for the other side of midnight, but I always try to be there for the opening of the other side of midnight. He plays that smooth jazz music, and he's got that, kind of late night DJ kind of voice, and we just kind of take it down a notch, and we're gonna wind down the weekend as we wrap it up and get ready for another week. It's like YouTube live stream ASMR, co-host chat show type thing. Let's see. And one of the things that we've been talking about this weekend, me and Deleted Scenes, I think that's like almost every stream we've had this weekend. The topic of Twin Peaks has come up, so I think that the collab for us to do another Twin Peaks stream has absolutely got to happen. I just feel like I really want to rewatch all of all 3 seasons and the Fire Walk with Me again. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I want to necessarily do rewatches and stream all of that, unless you decide we make it some weekend afternoon weekly show. I would be open to such a thing. Just saying.
I tell you, I would certainly be down for that. Absolutely.
Because let's face it, the season 1 and season 3 are not long seasons. They'll go pretty quick. Season 2 was the only one we got a full season of. And obviously Fire Walk with Me is just one movie. And I'd be up for sharing the fan edit with the deleted scenes in it for deleted scenes.
Yes, and for those of you who are fans of Troy's show, Friday Night Last Call, we did an episode that kind of had an in memoriam attached to that as well, sadly.
We've been losing people from Twin Peaks, almost on a monthly basis.
And especially at that particular point in the year where in pretty rapid succession, we lost Lenny Von Dolan, who we featured on the show, and then Julie Cruz and Angelo Badalamenti, who were both very.
They were the music of Twin Peaks.
They were the music of Twin Peaks, and kind of losing all 3 of them in kind of pretty rapid succession. I think it was like within a couple of weeks of one another. Again, kind of a shock to the system. But I would very much like to do a Twin Peaks themed show. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd be all for that. There is, and you know what? The funny thing too is there is plenty of content. Because it is, you could do such deep dives. You could literally do a weekly stream about Twin Peaks even beyond just doing rewatches. You could do deep dives into topics. It is as rich and fertile ground as any of your favorite, franchise worlds, whether it's, I don't know, Game of Thrones, which only has like 4 books out there, right? 5 books. The Dune series, heck, I mean, look at how much people have spent talking about The Shining is one movie, and people will keep going back with fan theories and, analyses and comparisons. And, we could do the same thing with Twin Peaks. And dude, it doesn't hurt that you look and sound like David Lynch. So I mean,
Hey, I'll take it. And hello in the chat to both Lady Mist and Big Al Presents.
Hey guys. Yeah, I'm believe it or not, Al, I'm trying to help out Steven here with his Cosme abilities. This is you remember how it was in our first days. Hell, even last night, right? So it's always a challenge. So we're seeing what we can do, and this gives the chat a little bit of a peek behind the curtain of what goes into some of the kinds of streams we do. So I guess what I'm saying is, sorry, not sorry. This is how it goes. And I hope too that this doesn't send the wrong message. Yes, it's a challenge. Don't let that deter you. If you want to do some live streaming yourself, if you want to host watch parties, things like that, just reach out to us. We'll help you. We'll talk you through it. We'll tell you what we did. Tell you what's worked for us, what hasn't worked for us. If you need us to point you to links to programs that would help you and so forth, not a problem. We could do that too. Cam's Crash Course. I feel like that's what this is right now. Hi, gents, and everybody in the chat dropping by. Do drop a like and say hello. Gotta have dinner with my mom. Have fun all. Look, let me tell you something. You have dinner with your mom. That's not something that can wait. That's not something that This stream will still be there if you want to laugh at us later on. But go enjoy dinner and go enjoy your time with your mom.
Indeed, yes.
Too precious to pass up on.
Thank you, Cams, for being here.
And Big Al's right. Cosme is a great tool. It's lacking too, but every one of these tools is lacking. Like I said, there's a known problem on Cosme when you share your screen. You have to use share your screen in order to share the sound. If you try doing share file or share tab, you can't share your sound. And basically it's a workaround, or they call it a workaround, to use share screen. But again, that's a problem for people that don't have multiple screens. So it's not perfect, but it works.
All right. And Boomer and I are in complete agreement. As far as I'm concerned, technology did peak with the Atari 2600. So
we'll be talking more about the Atari 2600 in tonight's Geeky Geezers, as a matter of fact.
All right. And Jesse's saying he has a PS4. Right on. Okay, folks. We are going to try this again.
Okay.
And everybody bear with me. And let's give this the old college try. This is a watch party / tutorial and we're going to do the best we can with this. So,
And it looks like I'm seeing the screen up, The Last Stand.
mhm.
So I think we're on the right track here. You might have done it.
I might have done it, yes. All right. For those of you who are tuning in, we are going to attempt to watch a movie called The Last Stand. This stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's one of his lesser known movies, but it's
I was
actually
going to say, I've never even heard of it.
pretty decent, I think. He Arnold plays a small town sheriff who has something of a dark past, as most action heroes tend to do in these things. Um, a drug lord attempting to escape custody is going to do it through Arnold's town, and Arnold decides that that shit ain't happening on his watch, and he's going
There
to
you
try and
go.
stop this guy, and he's going to, and he deputizes some of the town folk, and we're off and running. So I'm going to hit play, and
And see what
we'll
happens.
see what happens. All right.
Okay, well, I am hearing the sound. And best as I can tell, it's not coming through. I don't think it's coming through YouTube. You know, Big Al, let me. Well, of course, you guys are probably watching on Cosme too. Let me know if you guys are getting an echo. We don't want the sound coming through YouTube. Is this a fairly recent film?
Yeah, it was a few years ago. Yeah, 16, 17, I think. 2013. 2013.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it was Sleepwalk, but it's Blue Moon. $197? Oh man. I mean, it's right. If someone goes by that fast, you're like, holy crap, I can't even catch them. Why even bother? Oh, good. You got the words up, the closed captions. You blend right in.
We won't put a scratch on it.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I almost didn't recognize him without one red glowing eye.
And of course, here's Peter Stormare.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you might remember from Fargo, Wind Talkers, many other movies. And you're going to find out his character is the chief henchman.
Oh, that makes sense. Bye-bye. Hey, I don't understand decaf coffee. Is that for people who just like to pee?
Of course, here is Johnny Knoxville. And as you're going to see, his character is, shall we say, a weapons collector. Let's just put it.
Oops. Hello. Bring the whole family.
And of course, Luis Guzman and Zach Gilford as his deputy here.
Well, I mean, he is Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is kind of funny. Oh, Jesse's right. 50 cal Action Express is no joke. Although I've seen plenty of people do exactly that in real life. It's a great way to learn. Burning your hand on the range, right? Teach you never to touch fire again. Someone tells you it's got a kick, believe them.
And of course, here's the man, Harry Dean Stanton.
Another one we lost from Twin Peaks. See all the Twin Peaks connections, like I was saying? Yeah. Now we're finished talking. That's a great line. Hmm.
Okay, folks, two quick questions. While I am unmuted, can anybody hear the movie? Is there any bleed through? And is anybody else hearing the echo, or is that just on my end?
I am not hearing an echo of the movie, which I suppose I would be if it was coming through your mic.
Okay.
Obviously, I have YouTube, muted. So yeah, I'd love to know if anyone else is hearing a echo from the movie bleeding through to YouTube. Jesse's watching on Tubi, but I think, let me see. Um, I just I don't know how to shrink this down. But I know Big. I think Big Al is still here. Big Al could tell us if he's hearing some sound issues.
I am not hearing the clicking. I have heard people mention the clicking, that there was a clicking noise on YouTube. I have never heard it. So
You know what? That could just be my mouse use near the mic. I'll curtail that.
all right. So basically, what's going on story wise here is that Arnold was the backstory is he was a cop in L.A. That he was with a narcotics unit, and he's being very cagey about what happened back in the day. We kind of find out why did he go from being this big city cop to basically being out in the middle of nowhere in this kind of desert town. Now we're getting the FBI angle of Forrest Whitaker uh, going at him. He's after the drug lord is going to cause all of the chaos the rest of the movie.
Okay, Jesse, I changed up my audio settings. Hopefully, it'll cut down on background noise on my side, mouse clicks, and the like. Wow.
To answer Boomer's question, yes, but for different reasons.
I mean, and in fairness, there is a reason that person gets roles. They do cast to type. It is kind of how it works. Hey, I liked you in this cop movie. I think you'd be good in this cop movie too. Interesting point, Jesse. This movie made me wonder if it was a sequel. It does seem like the kind of movie that, there's a lot of story before it. Sorry. I'm perpetually 12 years old. That line was funny to me. Ouch. I mean, that is actually a pretty decent answer.
Everybody on Cosmic can still hear the sound on your end, correct?
Yeah, you were adjusting the volume. I heard it go down for a bit, but
Okay. So
it's fine.
as long
again.
as everybody who is watching on Cosmic can hear the movie, I think we should be fine.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay.
Okay. And of course, here's where Arnold's going to start to get interested because he's figuring out that Harry Dean Stanton's character is missing.
Yeah.
And That's what's going to get them curious.
It also kind of demonstrates the difference between big city and
Mhm.
a rural location, right? What people think of as suspicious or possibly an emergency would certainly not rise to that level, in a big city. But when everybody knows each other and they know their routines and they know, yeah, this is something that needs to be checked out and we have no other way to check it out, you know? A psychopath in a Batmobile.
For those of you who are not watching live, timestamp is 27 minutes 11 seconds.
There you go. Yeah, I should probably do that more often during the other rewatches. Broom zoom zoom.
And welcome, Euro Toys. Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Cosme Link
Absolutely.
is at the top of the chat. We are watching The Last Stand from 2013, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hamburglar. You want to try the door first?
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about this movie. I mean, it's got a lot of gory action in it, but it's also very funny. It's almost a comedy in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? That's the other thing too. I think people kind of forget that if you write characters in a natural way, people can be funny even in very difficult times. I don't think that necessarily makes it a comedy. It's just kind of a little bit realistic, and levity is a part of life just like it should be in a narrative.
He has a particular set of skills.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching one of those Obi-Wan and Ghost Qui-Gon commentaries on, I don't remember what it was, and Ghost Qui-Gon says there was a time where before I became a Jedi, I thought about becoming a bounty hunter. And Obi-Wan says those are pretty different life paths. He says, "Well, I did have a certain particular set of skills." Although the fact is, you did just threaten that people were going to die, so technically that alone is enough reason to arrest you.
And hello to Connie Cleary.
Hey, Connie.
Boomer is asking, have I seen the trailer for the new Liam Neeson movie? Yes. Yes, I have. It's a remake of a French film, if I remember correctly.
I'll say welcome to Netter of Netter's Network. Hi, Netter. How you doing? And what you sipping on?
I'm sipping on water and I'm fabulous.
She didn't even know I was on a stream just now.
Yeah, no matter.
Hope you're having fun.
Yep, we're watching. What was this? The Last Stand, Arnold Schwarzenegger
Stand.
film. Over on Deleted Scenes channel.
Cool.
So maybe give him a thumbs up. And she just flashes me a thumbs up.
Yeah, this is a zero F's given kind of movie. If you haven't picked up on that,
Yeah, I definitely have.
right now, this is a movie we probably wouldn't get in 2023.
Get to the chopper. Oh, sorry. It would make a good Batmobile.
And of course, here's the reveal that our
Yeah,
hostage
I kind of saw this coming. Yeah.
is in on it the whole time.
I mean, we're joking about Batmobiles and whatnot here, but don't you kind of think that a movie like this kind of justifies a Batman type of movie? We're talking about, you know, a cop working with a super cop, and bringing down crazy villains in exceptional circumstances. What's the difference if he's a little bit theatric and has a cape and, so forth?
I'll take a decent Batman movie at this point.
Right?
Yeah.
Heck, I would take one Batman at a time, for crying out loud. We still have that stupid Pattinson Batman happening. The Batman 2 or whatever.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. If the strike continues, I'm wondering how
Good
many
point.
of these movies would be happening.
That
I
that
mean,
is
they're
a good point.
and this is something that I'm going to go into a little more later on Unscripted. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central.
There you go.
I'm hearing some rumblings that Snow White might not make it to theaters.
You know, I based on absolutely nothing, I had that at least speculation, and I have not wanted to say it out loud because again, I've got nothing to back that up.
Hmm.
Except pure speculation, but yeah.
Well, for sure, speculation, but
I'll tell you,
I'll go into it a little bit more later on.
it
Yeah,
would probably be for the best if they Batgirled her,
yeah. Yeah. Arnold's like, I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah. at the Frankenstein place. Sorry. Oh, kind of, you have seen this movie before. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Steven, do you feel like this one was a marketing thing? Because I'm vaguely aware of this film, but yeah, I didn't see it either previously.
But there were a couple of movies that Arnold did in a row there that kind of came and went in theaters. This one and also Sabotage, which I believe was the same year. Uh, yeah, some movies just the critics were not necessarily kind to this movie, and I think they made a mistake because it's actually pretty decent, I think. But
I
some
This
movies
is
hit, others
why,
don't.
even as a small time YouTuber, I do take some responsibility for, what I say about movies and my critiques and stuff. Someone that I really credit with the way he handles reviews is Big Al over at Big Al Presents. Even if he doesn't care for a movie, he will go out of his way to find the positive, just so that, hey, maybe this is your thing. I don't want you to not see it just because I said not to see it.
Yeah, well, I did a review with a Jedi Bill of the Meg 2, and it was a movie that we both were thumbs down on, so
Uh-huh.
to speak. But we told people, hey, because we had people in the chat who were telling us, hey, we liked it and we had fun with it, and to which we answered with, that's absolutely great. When when I give a bad review to a movie, that's not me saying everybody else has got to hate it or not go to see it. I want to
Right.
hear differing opinions, So,
Yeah.
um, the biggest box office winner of the year is a movie that I think is the worst movie so far this year. So, people are going to disagree with me.
Well, you weren't wrong. There's a lot of pew pew in this movie. I'm not complaining. I'm just noticing. I agree, Jesse. Should have stayed down. Yeah, that sucks. The dude is tiny next to Arnold.
He said, "Don't invade Greece." Oh, we did that already. That didn't go so well.
Oh, what? You mean like, the dog ate my homework, that kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, he's not wrong there.
Yeah, FBI. Why don't you continue doing? I'm sorry. What is it that you do again?
Surveillance on law-abiding citizens, failing to uphold the Constitution, that kind of stuff. Literally being a federal police force that is not authorized by the Constitution. Just saying.
I feel as if I was denied critical need to know information. Yeah.
Yep,
Nice
exactly.
Chummers 2 reference there, Jesse.
All right, my friends, I do have to step away for a moment. We are more than 2/3 of the way through my day, and I just realized I have not eaten. So I'm going to go make myself a sandwich. I'll be right back. Uh,
No worries. time stamp is 54 minutes. So this is the point in the movie where it kind of becomes decision time for our heroes. This is when it starts to go into kind of Precinct 13 type territory, where Arnold has to decide to kind of release this guy that he's had prisoner through the whole movie and arm him up, and the remaining townspeople who are still around to battle this gang. And this is when the movie's going to start to get fun. They have an army, we have a Terminator, indeed. We also have a Marvel superhero, and we got Xerxes. So here we go. Okay, quick question for a quick technical question for the chat. Right now, my headphones are not working with my computer. So when I unmute, is there any bleed through from the movie at all? And just as a personal opinion on this movie, and why I think the critics might might not have been kind to it, is that this movie is a little pro 2A. Let's put it that way. Um, and I think that might have been one of the reasons why some of the critics were maybe a little bit cold to it. Theoretically,
I made it back just in time for the lock and load montage.
yeah, indeed. And yes, Jesse, you are correct. That was the sword from Conan. That is the Conan Easter egg in this movie.
I He's got a point. No.
Right.
Oh God. I swear people need to watch their Sesame Street again and learn the whole what happens next concept. If you'd have just listened to us in the first place. You know, I think the bayonet is a very under respected sidearm. It has value even today. Oh my God, he's insane. He was literally right in the perfect spot.
Yeah, this is actually a secret Jackass sequel. In case anybody was
I see that. Okay, now it makes sense.
okay, kids, buckle up because it's 100 miles an hour from here to the end.
Well, I mean,
Like I need your advice, pal. You know?
yeah, right. Get to the diner. Gomez got a typewriter.
Sniper v sniper. Splat.
Yeah. Don't want to be late for school.
Rihanna.
Old.
Blam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ouch. Eesh.
and that is how you get your girlfriend back.
Right? Probably. Yikes. There you go. I was waiting for a scene like this, you know? I kind of thought it was going to come from the guys in the diner, to be honest with you.
This is what happens when we don't stop at Pancake's house.
Right.
Yeah, men are dead.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Yup. Kind of saw that coming too. You know, not enough action films take place in cornfields. I mean, that's a perfect place to do it when you can't really do any serious damage to anything. Plus, you get plenty of visual cover. Now I'm a little confused. Those corn stalks look all yellow, but the corn is still on them. Shouldn't that corn have already been harvested?
Well, one would think.
I mean, how crazy would it be if, in order to get these shots, they had a row of corn put in and they had like corn cobs tied to it, like full ears of corn just tied to it for the purpose of the hitting the window scene. It's got a Hunt for Red October element here. Yeah. Well, I mean, right, there was a harvester there. Still a little confused about the timeline of this particular farm, but okay. Now what are you going to do?
Well, really, all he has to do is just get to the bridge. No matter how it gets there. Not now.
I feel like Pink Floyd's Run Like Hell would be really good right about here.
Better run all day.
And run all night. I did? Yeah. Ow. And there really does come a point where, yeah, there's no buying your way out of this. We are in too far. God, this is painful just to watch. Oof. Oh, God, he's still trying. Fuck your freedom. Oh,
Yeah, I
sorry.
mean that's the thing about Cortez is that his entire life he's kind of skated out of everything, you know,
Yep.
usually using money, you know,
Yep.
and this is the one guy that he can't buy off.
Yep. It seems so close, doesn't it?
Oh look, it is the man.
Yep. And just like all other useless bureaucrat, so called law enforcement, they show up after everything's done just to do the paperwork. Oh, God. Very Western kind of, you know, which of course goes with the music, right?
Oh, hello.
Ah. Ah. Swiss bank accounts are not as secret as they used to be. Oh, I'm sure the insurance will find some way to weasel out of it. Or at least they'll drag their heels as long as they can.
Hi, I'm taking threes, Forrest Whitaker. We're drying you out, Martinez. Get back to work.
Well, yeah. See, that's the side thing, right?
Yeah.
In between scenes, he'd be like, "And you are going to be going to AA meetings every week, and I want to report on it, and etc. etc." There's the payoff. Or, don't park it in a town that's getting shot up by a gunfight. Man, oh man. Good stuff there.
Dang it. Hold on. Sorry about that, folks. On Cosby.
I hate when it does that.
Yeah.
I hate when it does that.
Let me try and get us back where we're leaving off there. All right.
Yeah, and there are a number of allusions and especially musical cues to like westerns,
Mm-hmm. Anywho, all right.
It's not going to let us see it through to the end of the credits. That's one of the problems with these streams, these streaming services.
All righty. Well, I want to thank everybody on Cosme for joining us there. Let me take this out of full screen if I can. All right. Okay. Well, that was The Last Stand.
Yep.
And Interesting movie. I'm blank. Hold on, I got it actually right here. I need some light. So, okay, folks, everybody watching along, what did you think of the movie?
This was absolutely one that fell under my radar. I was dimly aware of it, did not catch it, and now I'm glad we watched it because it was good. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing ever, but it was a good movie.
I agree. There's it's not a perfect movie, granted, but it is entertaining. I had a lot of fun with it, and there's some dodgy green screen at the end and stuff. But
Sure.
other than that, it's a fun, entertaining movie. Now,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. I was going to say, also, for you in the private chat, I dropped a link to a video by Monsieur Z,
Mhm.
who he does a lot of alternate history stuff, but lately he's been getting a little bit more looking to the future, political, that kind of stuff. This one's worth checking out after having seen this movie, because it talks about the current situation in Mexico, the cartels, how they basically run the country. And, a lot of people talking, look, if we're going to go to Afghanistan, we're going to go to Ukraine, we're going to go fight everybody else's wars. Maybe we need to, take care of some things here at home on our own borders, So he talks a little bit about that, but he covers a lot of ground there, realities of the situation in Mexico that I don't think most Americans know about. Not only the drug trade, the slave trade, real slave trade,
Mhm.
don't let anyone tell you, it's all conspiracy theories and BS, because it just ain't. That's an outright lie. This isn't, conspiracy theory type stuff. This isn't even, controversial. This is absolutely demonstrable. And it's just, you got to have a ridiculous degree of stick your fingers in your ears and go la 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 to not know what's going on. So yeah, I would definitely encourage you to check that out. You might find it very interesting. There is a kind of hot fuzz element here, isn't there, Jesse? I think hot fuzz is a little more over the top, a little bit more certain. I would call that one much more comical than this
Oh
one.
yeah, it
but
is
there are definitely echoes and shades there, no doubt about it.
for sure. For sure. All right. This movie was actually directed by a Korean director named Kim Ji Woon, and to my knowledge, this was his first American English language film. The screenplay is written by Andrew Nauer, and I've actually read an early version that was kind of pre-Arnold, and you can tell because in that version of the script, Arnold's character actually dies.
Oh, wow.
Not only that, he dies with like a good 20 minutes in the movie to go. And
wow.
So obviously that got changed. Not only did he die, so did Louis Guzman and so did Johnny Knoxville.
Wow.
Originally.
I gotta be honest though.
Yeah.
I do think it's not just Arnold being involved. I think it's just the way Hollywood films are made. It's like, okay, no, we can't. I mean, it's the same reason that Rambo didn't die at the end of First Blood.
Yeah.
They look at it and go, okay, yeah, this isn't gonna work. This is not how we need this movie to end. That could be how a book ends. That's not how a movie ends,
Yeah. So anyway, going back to that version of the script for the moment, you're probably wondering, okay, so how does the movie end? Well, it does end pretty much the way you see it, but it's actually Frank who winds up saving the day. So
Wow.
it's still a redemption arc for him.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, I almost even
yeah.
more so.
Yeah.
Well, good.
But yeah, I mean, they get there. It's just that they get there without wiping out half of the good guys.
There you go.
Jesse's saying, I hear Simon Pegg got a lot of respect from the British police force when Hot Fuzz came. Yeah, because he made them look good in that movie.
Yeah,
it is for all the comedic shots it takes at police and kind of action movies in general. It is a very pro-police movie.
well, if you think about it, it's a brilliant setup, right? Where it starts you off from the point of view of, and I forget his sidekick, the actor who plays him. They're in everything together.
Nick
He's
Frost.
Yeah, he's a little goofy. He's like the kid playing cop. He's seen all the movies and whatnot. By the end of it, all those tropes are dropped. Still homage, still part of them, but now it's all real, and it's like, look, this is the real thing, and it brings you on that progression. Fine to enjoy all the action films and whatnot, but once you get down to it, there's a reality, and you got to respect the people that put themselves in harm's way. So I could see that, sure.
All right. Since the hour is getting a little late and it took us a little bit of time to get things started here, I want to thank everybody who stuck with us in the chat. I know we had Big Al Presents and Stephen Ransom who were with us earlier who had to go. We had Plush Time TV. CK was with us, D. Penzak, Aged Boomer, Lady Mist, Connie Cleary, Jesse Gujardo. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, sir. Thank you very much for being here and for the interesting insights into firearms that you were dropping in the chat.
Yeah,
kind of calling the movie somewhat on its BS, but you need that. And your old toys also was in the chat, who I understand is 1 away from 50. So hit the if you're not yet subbed to him, please do so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in less than 25 minutes will be the latest episode of Unscripted. So join me for that. Unscripted is the pregame show to Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomer's channel. Troy will be there as well. And it's a kind of a weekend review. And any particular subject you're going to be hitting tonight, or what's going to be the main topic for the show?
Well, I can tell you going into it that it's, like I said, it's going to be a number of very unfortunate in memoriam. We're probably going to focus on the real and original Harley Quinn. That one hits hard. That one totally out of left field. Did not expect that. But there's a number of them, and they deserve to be mentioned and honored and recognized. But we're also going to be talking about some dismal Disney. There's been some interesting news this week. We are going to also talk a little bit about Dune getting pushed back and a couple of other things coming out of the strike. Some thoughts and opinions there, and some other gaming news we'll talk about. And yeah, it's going to be a good one.
All righty, and of course, after Geeky Geezers, you take some time out, grab yourself a snack, something to drink, and catch up with me right back here on my channel for The Other Side of Midnight. That'll be at 12:05 a.m. Eastern, 11:05 p.m. Central. Going to be a chill stream. Have some friends show up, hang out, and it's going to be open topic. And of course, Troy, you and Netter and Aged Boomer, if you would like, after Geeky Geezers is over, by all means, join us if you have a chance.
Absolutely. If nothing else, I'll at least be there at the beginning in the chat. But yeah, great stuff.
And while we watched today's movie through Tubi and Cosme, I do want everybody to remember that physical media is still king.
Yeah, it is.
Here is my personal copy of today's movie.
Yep.
So it is available on Blu-ray, and please feel free to buy a copy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show. This show is dedicated to a couple of people. The first one being the man who inspired it, and that was, of course, Jedi Bill, who is kind of taking a personal day, and he is also had some equipment issues, so we could not do Western Cinema Sunday as normally. So I had decided to, do this show in its place and do kind of a tutorial at the same time. To thank you very much, Troy. You were the one who was able to get us in gear and get the show started today.
I'm not sure how much I actually contributed, but if I did help, good. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you definitely cleared a couple of things up for me, and so just you are a great help. You are the reason the show got going today. So I really do appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Super appreciate it.
All right, and our loyal wrench, Connie Cleary, is dropping the links. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see, please subscribe to myself and also to Troy. Hit the like, share out the stream, say hello in the comments. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Make sure you watch one of the videos so that YouTube knows that you are not a bot, and they will allow you to subscribe. And I want to once again thank everybody in the chat. I would like to encourage you to subscribe to one another if you are not yet subscribed. All right, I think that about wraps it up. And I'll see you in 20 minutes for Unscripted.
Sounds good. Take care, everyone.
All right. From HQ, take care, stay strong, see you in 20 minutes, because this is how we win.